Okay guys, so welcome back. I hope you all enjoyed the first video. Today what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly recap what we did in video 1. Then we are going to talk about what we're going to do in video 2. Again, there'll be another little challenge linked with the new skill that we're practicing. And we're also going to do a little bit more on kind of the throwing and catching that we did. Next 30 seconds is going to be star jumps. Okay, so next are windmills. So you're going to do feet shoulder width apart. Using your hands, you are just going to bend and touch your foot with the opposite hand. Okay, just bend your knees a little bit. Try and keep your legs fairly straight, but with a little bit of bend in them. So. So we're going to warm up our legs a little bit more. I call this one open and close the gate. So all you're going to do is just jogging on the spot. Every couple of seconds you're just going to bring your knee up, out and round. So for this side, up, out and round. Once you've done that on each leg, you can then bring it up and back in. Same for the other side, up and back in. So let's have a little go at that. So let's get our arms moving again a little bit. So we're just going to rotate our arms. do this one, see if you can do one arm forwards, one arm backwards. If you can do that, can you do it the other way? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to warm up a little bit further. We're going to use the warm up to also practice what we touched on last week. So we're going to do a bit of throwing and catching against the wall. It's going to warm our shoulders, our arms up a little bit more, and also get you ready and help you practice your little challenge. So we mentioned last week about picking a spot on the wall. Let's do that again while we're doing this warm up. How many times can you hit it? Or if you're working with a partner, how many times can you get the ball straight into their glove? All right, so they don't have to move too much. So yeah, trying to work on accuracy a little bit. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of that. Okay, so you can have a little go at that. If you need to pause the video to do it a little bit longer, that's absolutely fine. As I mentioned, try and work on those 3 points, keeping those point, step, throw going, your accuracy. Have a little practice and then you can carry on. One of the main parts of this video is going to be about fielding ground balls. Now, in the clips that you've watched of me throwing the ball against the wall during our warm-up and during last week's video, you will hopefully have seen me throw the ball and then automatically twist my feet to get in this position with my glove down ready to catch. All right, so what I want to do is I want to get in that ready position so that I can quickly react to wherever the ball's going to go, because the ball's not always going to come straight towards you. So you need to be in a good ready position, an athletic position, to be able to move quickly, and that's especially important with these ground balls. So the way we're going to do it, you are going to, again, you can use a wall, you can use a partner, it's completely fine. Just be careful of where you're doing it. Again, if you're indoors, make sure there's nothing around that could potentially break if you were to throw it a little bit off. So yeah, just use a wall, use a partner, it's completely up to you. So the way I'm going to do it, as I just mentioned, you want to be in an athletic position. So as soon as you are waiting to field, your feet should be shoulder width apart, knees bent, glove down. All right, this is the position you would be in, ready to receive a ball. When the ball comes in to your glove for a ground ball, so if it's coming along the ground, my second hand should be here. All right, so as I see the ball coming in, I get in this athletic position, get my glove down, and my second hand is here. Okay, couple of reasons. One, the ground's not always going to be really even. All right, you're going to get bobbles. So if your hand is here and it takes a big bobble in front of you, you're protecting your face. All right, so you can catch the ball from here, block it from hitting your face, just protect yourself. The second reason, if you do get it straight into the glove, your hand is here to secure it. I call it crocodile hands, okay, because it's just like a crocodile's mouth here. So the ball goes in, my second hand is up, I close it around the glove, and then I'm ready to transition into that throw again to get it out to where I need it to be. So that's what we're going to practice now. We're going to practice some ground balls against the wall. So just like video 1, all you're going to do is a little underarm throw. It's going to be a little bit lower than yesterday's one because you don't want to catch it without it bouncing. You want it to bounce a couple of times. Again, you're going to probably need a little bit more power to make sure it bounces back. But yeah, do it, give it a go. I'm going to do a little demonstration now so you can see how I do it. And yeah, just try your best. Okay, so as you will have seen, it doesn't always come straight back to you. It might take a bit of a bobble either way, so you need to be prepared to just move your feet. So have a little practice at that, and again what we'll do is we'll come back with a little bit of challenge once you have practiced on how to go. Okay, so for this drill, just a little bit of an adaptation. Obviously we've talked about the fact that people don't have all the equipment at home, and in my last video I showed you some adaptations with socks. We can do the same again with this. Socks are not going to bounce as far, so what you would need to do with socks is get closer to the wall and don't actually let it bounce. Let it hit the wall, and then make sure that when you are catching it, you are catching it low, so just to kind of reenact the grounds ball. So again, I'll give you a little bit of a demonstration with that, but all you're going to do is throw against the wall, catch it with your glove or your hands. I do it without my glove this time, again adaptations, with your hand down. Okay, so just again reenacting, reinforcing that ground ball. So yeah, I'll show you a little bit of that, and yeah, so people can adapt with this. So got my socks, missed that one, so remember, get that second hand in, so catching it low. Oh, that one didn't work. It's harder with gloves just to judge it, but do the best you can. Getting glove down, second hand in, ready to catch. Okay, have a little go with that. Okay, so hopefully you've practiced that, had a little go. Just trying to remember the steps, especially kind of getting your glove pointing down and getting that second hand into the glove to secure the ball and ready to throw. So something again that you can practice outside of this video, very simple. If you've got some time, got a bit of space, you can practice it. Now the challenge, again similar to last week, what we're going to do is we're going to time 1 minute. How many ground balls can you feed and receive in 1 minute? So I want you to be about the same distance away as we were last week, so about 1.5 meters, 2 meters, and you're just gonna again feed it into the wall. Okay, get it to bounce back and receive it that way. Or if you've got a partner, you can be a bit further away. You don't want to be too close if you've got a partner you're throwing to. So I would say probably about 6 meters away at least if you've got a partner, or as far as you can get if you're inside a house. So yeah, just have a little go at that. How many can you do in a minute? Challenge yourself, practice it again, do it a couple of times, see if you can improve your score, see if you want to record yourself and have a little look back to see if there's anything you think you're doing wrong. Yeah, just have a little go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have a little go. I'm going to also put in some clips next of me trying this out, and also my team at HDC again. I didn't mention, but the team at HDC don't play softball. All right, I play softball, but a little bit. But my team, my sports development team, they don't actually play. They play other sports, so they are fairly new beginners to this as well. So yeah, here are some clips of me and my team just trying out the challenge. You guys do the same. See how many you get. Mark it down. Try it again in future weeks. So that is it for today's video. So just a quick review and recap. We already started by talking about last week, so a bit of the throwing that we practiced, some of the techniques for that. Then we went on to talk about ground balls. All right, so balls that come towards you along the ground, again not exactly going to be flat every time, they might be bobbling, so we talked about some techniques to field them. Try and have a little recap in your head now before I talk about them, see if you can remember them yourselves. So first thing was getting in an athletic position, so knees bent, feet apart, getting ready to react to move wherever you need to receive the ball. Alright, because it's not always going to come straight towards you. So athletic position. Next one, our glove, our hand was going to be down, okay, ready to receive the ball, and our second hand here was going to be up, ready to protect our face if it does bobble up and make the catch here, and also if the ball is low and goes into the glove, to get into our glove ready to quickly get it out and play the ball. All right, so those were the main steps for our ground balls. Have a little practice of them, okay? The more you practice, the better you're going to get, and the easier it will be if you do come to play softball in the future, which hopefully you guys will. So yeah, I will practice them myself. I hope you guys do. We will be back with something different next time. Next time is going to be touching on something called fly balls. Okay, so we're just working through the process of throwing and catching before we move on to other things. So yeah, next week next video will be fly balls. So look out for that. Practice these drills that you've done today in your spare time if you've got some time, some space, and yeah, we'll see you guys soon.